you're more likely to get cut or burned than to fall off and slip. Hey everybody, this is That Millennial Dad on a roof today. I have looked around and I didn't really see too much. Honestly, I didn't look that hard, but I figured I might share some helpful tips in case you're working on an industrial roof. Maybe you're cleaning the gutters like I am today. Maybe you're up here for some reason. So here's just some things to know. They're not necessarily tips, but I guess we'll kind of classify them as tips. First of all, getting up can be tricky, but do not go on the forward and back side of the building because those are probably sheet metal gutters like these. And as you can see, that's pretty thin sheet metal. So if you put a ladder against this, you're probably going to crush it and you're going to have a risk of falling. This is about a 20 to 25 foot roof at the peak. So you do not want to have any risk with the ladder. Another thing about industrial roofs, bring a buddy. You're pretty high up in the air. We're going to go through these pretty quick. The next tip is the fact that I bring a water hose whether I'm doing a gutter or not. Why? Well, I'm in South Georgia and it is a cool, breezy day, and this roof is probably 150 degrees, if not more, because it absorbs that heat, it reflects that heat. It's somehow doing both. I don't know. The conclusion here is whether it's reflecting or absorbing, it's hot. It's so hot that I actually have to spray in order to get on my hands and knees, even though I'm wearing proper gloves. Okay, I've double layered these gloves. These are chemical gloves on top of these leather work gloves I have. I'm on my knees, so I have this towel so I can wipe things up as well as use it as a knee pad. It's just easier to bring up to a 25-foot roof than other things, so I know. It's also budget friendly. Anyone can go grab a cheap towel. So regardless of what you're wearing, this roof can burn you very easily. It's more likely that you're going to get burned by this roof or cut by this roof because you're dealing with sheet metal. That's why I wear the gloves, especially if I'm touching it. You're more likely to get cut or burned than to fall off and slip. So just keep that in mind. If you're doing gutters, I mean, I'm actually spraying the roof with water and steam's coming up because I'm actually cooling the roof down, and because I'm doing gutters, I'm also using it to flush. Now, if you are using this, please use a ball valve. Bring that with you. It's convenient. It works a little bit better than a spray nozzle that you find. I just use this ball valve, and man, I get a good steady stream, good flow of water. I can empty things out. I can cool the roof down. I can refill my water bottle because I'm gonna be up here for a couple hours, which is conveniently placed on that side of the roof. You're gonna see on the roof here, there's lots of screws, and you need to pay attention to where the screws are because you are going to need to be stepping on a metal supporting beam. Now there's metal beams that run, now I went under there and looked, there's these main beams here, of course, but you got to pay attention to where the main beams are. In this building, as you can see where there's more screws going this way, the support beams run the length of the building. So I've got a beam here, and I don't have a beam there, because you can see how much more often it is here than here. This is just kind of an in-between support beam to overlap. That's only sheet metal being screwed into sheet metal. But if I go a little further where that hose is not quite, well, actually that hose is on top of it. It's kind of a bad example right now. But so I can walk right there where you can see the screws. I can't walk there, and then I can walk here. You see that? See the pattern here? So just be conscious of where you're stepping. So when I step right now, I'm actually going to be kind of doing a side step thing, just staying right along this beam because I'm essentially walking along a steel beam supporting the roof. And then when I go there, yes, I look ridiculous, but I skip and I actually jump. I'm actually doing a small leap from here to here. So I'm jumping over this part. Can you walk on it if you're lighter? Yes. I'm a larger person. I'm about... So I want to be really careful that I don't fall through the roof. So I hope that helps somebody. I already said that, but it's true. I do want it to help. I don't want you to get injured. I want you to be very careful. If you have any doubts about getting on a roof like this, please don't. Let people do it. If it's yours, let someone else do it. If you're thinking about just making it to a quick cash, this is not something to do for a quick cash grab. But yeah, hopefully those are just a couple helpful things. Ball valves if you're using a hose, wear proper clothing, good shoes, wear plenty of gloves. Be conscious of how hot it's going to be up here. For yourself, whether you need sunscreen, I'm wearing this hat that protects my neck as well. Don't play with that. Don't play with that sun. That sun's going to burn you. But yeah, I'm flushing out this gutter today because it's overflowing, and hope that helps somebody. You want to have experience on roofs before you get on something like this. They're simple, but because of that simplicity, these are very different than house roofs. This is very different than a residential shingle roof. The rules are different up here. How it's built is different. You don't have the same support. It's a different material. It gets extremely hot. It's very sharp on the edges, so please be careful. Bring a water hose if you can. Bring some stuff for your knees and hands if you have to get up there, or if you have a business and people are paying you to do this. So please be careful. Hope this helps somebody, and I'll see you in the next one.